Hello guys, welcome to a new video. In this video we will discuss the root laws or the radical laws. So stay with us and let's jump into the computer. The first law is when we have two same roots or two same radical and we add them together, it's like adding the two variables. It's like adding 2 plus 2 will be 4. It is the same. So let's take an example here. If we have a root of 5 plus a root of 5, it will be 2 root of 5s. Let's take another example. If we have 3 times root 5 plus 2 times root 5, it will be 5 times root 5. So we add the coefficient from each root because the roots are the same. But if we have a different root, if we have the root of 5 plus the root of 3, we cannot add them together. There is no law to add a different roots to each other. So it cannot be existed. Now let's jump to the law number 2, which is the subtraction. If we have two same identical roots and we subtract one of them to another, so it will be like subtracting two numbers. It will be like subtracting 5 minus 3 or 2, it will be 3. It's like that, very easy. So let's take an example. If we have 3 times root of 7 minus 2 times root of 7, it will be 1 time root of 7, which is just root of 7. If we have 10 root of 5 time root 5s minus 2 time root of 5, it will be 8 times root of 5. But this not existed, this law not existed if when we have different roots. Let's say root of 5 minus 2 root of 3. We cannot do that. It's not existed because we have different root and we cannot subtract one of them to the another. So it's that easy. Let's jump to law number 3. In this law, which is multiplication law, in multiplication law it is a little bit different than addition and subtraction, because in this law we can multiply different radicals or different root. Let's say we have here the root of 3. So we have the root of 3 multiplied by the root of 7, it will be the root of 21. If we have the root of 4 multiplied by the root of 5, it will be the root of 20. Easy like that. We just need to multiply the root and put the number under the root. So if we have, let's say 15 times root 4 multiplied by 10 times root 3, it will be, yeah, you guessed it, it will be 150 times the root of 12. It's very easy like that. So let's jump to the law number 4. In this law, it's like the multiplication law in which we have two different roots, but here it is division. So let's take an example. Let's say that we have the root of 10 divided over the root of 5. It will be just like saying we have a big root with 10 over 5 under it, which is, by the way, the root of 2. If we have 15 times root of say 9 over 3 to the root of 3, it will be like saying we have 15 over 3 multiplied by a big root 9 over 3, which lead us to which lead us, we have here 3 to 5 multiplied to the root of 3. Yeah, this rule and multiplication rule is very important in the equations. There are many equations that contain radical, and you need to use these two rules or two laws to simplify the equation, and you can solve it then easier. Now let's jump to the fifth rule. In this rule or this law, we can convert from a radical or root to exponential or to a raised power. So let's say we have 5. This 5 is raised to the power of 2, and this 5 raised to the power of 2 are under a root of power of 3. It is the same like saying we have 5 to the power of 2/3, because this root here can be in exponential form, like a fraction from the base. So let's take another example. We have 10 under a normal root. It will be like saying we have 10 to the power of half, because this 10 have a power here of 1, but we do not type it, or we do not put it there, because it is obviously, when you have nothing over the number, it's obviously like saying you have a number raised to the power of 1. It is like saying you have a number raised to the power of 1. So that's why we do not type it there. And the normal radical or normal root always have a quadratic here, but like the same, we do not put it there because it is obvious. So always when you have a number or a variable that have a power of half, that means it is like saying this number or variable have a root. And you can go so on from this one. If you have 2/3 over a variable, it's like saying you have a variable with the power of 2, but under the root of 3. If you have a variable or number that rises to the power of let's say 5/6, it's like saying you have a variable or number to the power of 5 and under the root of 6. And yeah, we just have 5 laws in radical or root. We have explained them all. So thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.